thank you for letting me speak to you guys tonight. I will be very brief. I will go over the programs that we offer at the College of Health Professions. I'm really here to answer your questions. If you've got specific ones, that is great. I'm here. I am the recruitment coordinator. I've been in my position for over a year now, so I'm comfortable with all the statistics and the ins and outs of all the programs, so I'll be happy to answer those questions. Really briefly, I'm going to go over MUSC, its history, and then the College of Health Professions itself. MUSC, we're actually the oldest Deep South med school, dating back to the early 1800s. We are the 10th oldest in the nation. The College of Health Professions, though, is not that old. We only date back to 1966. A lot of people aren't familiar. There are actually 6 colleges at the university. We have College of Dentistry, College of Medicine, College of Nursing, College of Pharmacy, College of Grad Studies, and last but not least, we have the College of Health Professionals. We are the largest of the 6 colleges with almost 800 students. About 600 of those are actually on campus day to day. Up here in the middle, that is the College of Health Professions building. Anybody been there? Anybody know what it looks like? Anybody seen MUSC? Yes. We are what was once an old, dilapidated, run-down high school. We have a lot of history in Charleston. That's where all the megabucks come in for all the tourists. Charleston's a really fun city with a lot of history. On the peninsula, the downtown part of Charleston, it is against the law for anything 25 years or older to be torn down. So, this high school dated back to 1902. Sat there for a long time, the past 20 years. MUSC bought it, didn't know what to do with it. The College of Health Professions said, we want a new building. So, we built around the high school. Tore a little bit down, but really renovated everything. That picture on the far right is actually inside of our atrium. Our atrium is 3 stories tall, and on the top of the columns it says High School of Charleston. So we built around it. We've been in this building since 2005. Everything in here is state-of-the-art technology, wireless. We have smart boards in every single classroom. There are projectors. There are actually voice-overs, and we also have recording cameras in every single classroom and every single lab that are there for the students' benefit. So it's just a really, really amazing facility. I'm going to spiel it now and I'll spiel it later. You got to come visit to see what it's all about. So I will definitely be happy to let you come and see what College of Health Professions is. And I do recommend that you probably did it before you went to undergrad. Do it if you're really interested in graduate school too. Go and visit the places you want to be a grad student, because you're going to be there 5 days a week. And you see yourself there. So not only visit us, but visit everywhere you're going. Our available programs, we offer bachelor's level, we offer the master's, and we offer the doctorate level. And I'm going to go over each of these really briefly. Does anybody know what a perfusionist is? I'm impressed. Yes, okay. Before I started this job a year ago, I had no clue what a cardiovascular perfusionist was. These are the people that run the heart and lung machine during operations like open heart surgery, like large transplants of kidneys, livers. You see this big machine he's working on? That is a close-up of this machine. This is in our brand new state-of-the-art, multi-million-dollar perfusion simulation lab that these new students are in right here. We're very excited about it. If you're interested in cardiovascular, if you're interested in being in an operating room, being part of a team, definitely look at this as a program. We actually offer shadowing. It is a requirement. Call me. I will set up shadowing at our beautiful Ashley River Tower Hospital. It's a very sort of, I guess, new profession. We've only graduated 200 in the last 20 plus years. And it's a very small, intimate class. 60 hours are all that's required. The majority of students, though, probably already have their bachelor's degree because they had no idea what a perfusionist was when they graduated from their first bachelor's. So they come back and they'll get the 21 months of schooling, it's 5 semesters, to become a perfusionist. And they work in large hospitals that offer open heart surgeries, like Greenville, Spartanburg, MUSC, Columbia, Florence, and Myrtle Beach. So it's a really fascinating thing. Anesthesia for nurses, if any of you are interested in becoming a registered nurse, if you're on your way to get your BS in, or your BS and then go on to become a registered nurse, I highly encourage you to look at Anesthesia for Nurses, or what's better known as the CRNA, a Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. Say that 10 times fast. But these are the people who have gotten their BSN or their DS. They have become a registered nurse. They have worked for more than a year in a critical care unit, like an ICU or an NICU or a PICU. They'll come back and learn in 28 months of schooling their masters to administer anesthesia to patients. Today's society, over 65% of all anesthesia is administered by a CRNA. In rural hospitals around the country, 100% of all anesthesia is given by a CRNA. It's no longer, it's not as frequent now to have an anesthesiologist as the person administering it if you're going to have a surgery. It's going to be a CRNA. So these people work in everything from when you got your wisdom teeth out, they're going to be working in dental offices, they're going to be working in private practices, plastic surgeries, up to hospitals. And they also, as well, have a multi-million-dollar simulation lab that they work on. I think their dummy's name is Bob. Okay. Physician assistant, this actually is our most popular program. This is a 27-month program. Students come in with 90 hours of required prerequisites. You do not have to have a bachelor's degree to start a physician assistant master's program. Students come in the first 15 months, they're in the classroom, they're doing labs, didactic. Then the last 12 months, they're doing 9 different rotations. 8 of those rotations are actually going to be set for you, meaning you're going to do mental health, women's health, pediatrics, inpatient, outpatient, hospital, you're doing operating room, emergency room. And then you get to pick your last rotation, whether you're interested in doing research or you're interested in doing neurology or orthopedics. It's up to you. Physician assistants are needed in the state of South Carolina. It is basically, the way a PA works is they are with the supervision of an MD, meaning they can be within 45 miles or 60 minutes of a practicing MD. So in a lot of areas, there might be an MD who has his name on the board at 2 or 3 rural clinics around South Carolina in a close proximity. The PA actually is going to run the clinics day to day. You might have 3 or 4 PAs working for him. And he might, at the end of the day or on Fridays, visit each of the clinics and sign off on the paperwork. I didn't know this, but the PA profession started from medics from the Korean War and the Vietnam War. They had all of this training, and then they come out and they're like, well, we don't want to be doctors, but we don't want to go back to what we were doing. So this guy actually started and said, why can't you, with the supervision of someone who has gone on to medical school, that you do what they do? From the beginning, they they diagnose, they treat, and they medicate. So this is a much needed profession right now, and you're not going to have a problem finding a job, that's for sure, and you can work anywhere you want to. Students graduate generalized. Occupational therapy, one of our rehabilitation sciences. This is a master's program. It's 26 months long, starts in May of each year. Like today, occupational therapy is dealing with the occupations of life, the occupations of everyday living. Someone who has had a stroke, or a trauma, or a psychological problem, or an accident, something happened to them, and then they can't independently live on their own. The job of the occupational therapist is to regain their independence. I'm sure you all know someone who's had a stroke. They might have had a problem with their left-hand side of their body. That occupational therapist is going to work with that stroke victim to make them become independent in their daily living from the time they get up to the time they go to bed. So they're going to help them regain the strength and muscular and the nerves from the mind to the hand, going from tying their shoes, taking a shower, brushing their teeth, eating, buttoning their pants, everything, so that they can regain independence again. That's what an occupational therapist is going to do. They're going to work from kids to older. They're going to work in hospitals, they're going to work in clinics, all over the place. I'll talk briefly about research administration. This is a master's all-online program. It's brand new. We just started our first class this fall. It's for those that are interested in working at like a large university or a medical university like MUSC, where you basically are going to be the go-to person between the university and between places like the NIH, where we get a lot of our money for grants, making sure that everything is up to par. If there are patients, test patients, or if there's animals that are being tested, making sure everything's approved, where's the money coming from, where's it going, do you need to hire, graduate assistants, everything. This is what research administrators do. They're working at universities. Health administration, the business side, everything that's not medicine related in a large corporation or a private practice, or an assisted living home, or a nursing home. These people have a health administration background. These are the people that become the COOs, the CFOs, the CEOs of places like the medical university or the nursing home down the road. These people have a background. The only two things that they actually need are microeconomics and statistics. We have two programs listed here. The residential, that's for if you have no experience whatsoever in healthcare and you want to go into health administration. Great. They will teach you everything from the bottom up. That is for people who are going to be living in Charleston. They will be actually going to class 4 days a week. The executive program is if you have experience already sort of in the administrative part of healthcare and you want to do this online. It's an executive format, so you're going to come to class once a semester. That's for someone who's already had experience. And then once you become the big COO of a corporation, people come back and get their doctorate. It's their terminal degree. Just like your professors, they get that PhD, that's the terminal degree, they can't go any further up. That's what the people do get their DHA behind their name. That means that they're above and beyond. They're learning new technology, able to run things smoothly, and they do a dissertation. It's a 3-year program, full-time, where they will do a dissertation at the end with the help of their cohorts. And the physical therapy is a 3-year program. All of the physical therapy programs actually in the United States by 2011 had to be doctorates versus masters. We've been one for over 5 years now. But this deals with the dysfunction, mobility dysfunctions, and how are we going to help regain muscle so that you can be more mobile. This is you tear an ACL in a soccer game, you're in a boot or a cast for 6 to 8 weeks, you're on crutches, you lose that muscle, that atrophy starts to happen, and you're going to go to a physical therapist to regain that muscle so that you can have that motion again. They're going to work hand in hand with other rehabilitation sciences, people like occupational therapists, like speech language pathologists, and rehabilitation clinics, outpatient, inpatient, in hospitals, across the board. And then last but not least, we have the health and rehabilitation sciences. This is a brand new PhD program. We took our first 6 students this year. We are very excited about it. There are 3 different concentrations. There is a functional limitations, there is a health services, and then there is a pathology impairment, meaning students come in with a specific idea of what they want to do their research in. They are paired with a faculty member, and then they are actually, it's grant service, so they're actually getting a stipend to do this research in a dissertation in their 3rd year. Whether it be they want to do more research on wheelchairs, they might be a PT. They want to do more research on a wheelchair and how to best fit children with cerebral palsies into what type of wheelchair would they do. Or public health background, they might do the health services concentration, where they're trying to figure out how purifying water in fluoride versus not fluoride, or how are we going to improve the health of children in elementary school by their diet at cafeterias. So, just doing a lot of research. It's very research-based. And that's it. So, I want to take questions from you all as to what you're interested in and what you want to know. That's a brief overview of the programs we offer. But, what sort of questions do y'all have?
When are application deadlines and measure different for each?
The applications are all open beginning of July. For physician assistant, we have 2 deadlines, one being October 1st, the second one being November the 13th. For occupational therapy and physical therapy, you have October, and then you have, January the 15th is their regular decision. The anesthesia for nurses program, that is November, they only have 1 deadline. Cardiovascular perfusion, January 1st, they only have 1 deadline. And the Master's in Health Administration, they have 1 deadline, which is